Hello guys, and I am back. Yes, there was a whole week of time where I did not do a commentary based again on the fact that I did a Tough Mudder in Seattle. And so, I remember I mentioned that I was going to add a little feature in, the worst moment of the week, sort of a comic check-in moment. This week, you're going to get nothing but worst moments of the week because I have 2 weeks of worth of stuff to complain about. There's a lot of stuff to complain about the men. The first thing we're going to come to is, have you guys ever been so very tired, like, you need to really keep moving, but you just get to the point where your body says, no, I'm done. I'm going to lay here, and if a steamroller were rolling up behind you as you were laying there in your wonderful, blissful state of not moving, you'd probably be thinking, well, you know what? I bet a steamroller running over me wouldn't hurt as bad as trying to make my arms and legs move, so I'll just blissfully let it roll slowly over me and get it over with. So, if you haven't ever been that tired, I suggest that you enter one of the Tough Mudder events and then really, really push yourself. Because I found myself in that sort of condition at basically milepost 13, the very last obstacle of the Seattle Tough Mudder. And definitely a bad moment of my week. I have never failed an obstacle yet in one of these races. I've only done 2, but I've never failed an obstacle where basically I could not physically do the obstacle. But so the last obstacle in the stupid race is a curved wall that you run up, very slippery, and then right around, 10 feet off the ground, there's a rope hanging down on the wall from basically a plank, like you would walk a plank off the side of a ship. There's a hole drilled into the middle of it, rope hanging from that plank, and it's got knots on it. So you got to run up this wall, grab onto the rope, climb to the top of the rope, and then heave yourself up on top of the plank to complete the obstacle. About this time, my body was in really not a good mood to do something like that. I'd just done the really long monkey bar crossover, and my arms were dead. And so I make the jump, get onto the rope, climb one hand over the other to the top, and I get there and I just can't get over the darn plank. They have these little boards on the side for you to put your feet on and try to kick your feet up and climb on top of it, but my feet were too muddy and slippery, I couldn't get them on, and by that time the people who were at the top of the wall decided I might need help. My legs were so tired they barely moved like 15 degrees in each side in a small twitching motion. So I was hanging on the rope, just really, really, really not wanting to fall off and fail. But at the same time, there was no more strength left in my body at all. It was gone. Left, departed the building, flown away, and there's only so long you can hang in a pull-up position off the end of a board. I think like if the area below, instead of being a nice little smooth, slippery slope to slide back and down on, had instead been a fire pit full of hot coals and flamethrowers, I would have just been, oh well, time to die, bye-bye world, and fallen off. Just too tired, just couldn't do it. It's gonna burn a bit, but my muscles are already burning, so we're just gonna let it go. Sharks swimming around in a tank, hopefully they'll bite me quickly. Please don't make me move while you're eating me. That would be uncomfortable. Anyway, so that was a bad moment. It sucked. Finally let go of the rope, slid down the hill. All the other mudders waiting in lines to go up, watching, and yeah, you sort of feel like a failure. So I'm not going to make fun of anyone who fails one of those again, because I was just done. No more strength left, and I'm going to be hanging on ropes and bars and that kind of stuff a lot more. Try to train for the next one. I'm not going to have that happen to me again. So that was a bad moment of my week. And then the second bad moment of the week really has to do with Destiny, and I've been enjoying Destiny quite a bit. And I mentioned the last one, I'm not doing so good at the multiplayer aspect of it. Working on that skill whole thing and not sucking. It's a process. But the loot system really makes it to where you want guns. You want that next cool gun and being able to upgrade and all that stuff. Really well done, really addictive. And so I have been playing raids and stuff, the daily raids and all that stuff, after work and then before the next day. But because I work really long days, there's not much time in there, so I keep getting tempted to stay up later and later and later to complete this. So right around this Wednesday night, it's right around 10 o'clock, I get an exotic bounty. It's like, exotic bounty. But the exotic bounty promised to have an exotic weapon at the end of it, and the only thing that was required in the description below it was complete the weekly strike. And so I was like, oh, that's not bad. Complete the weekly strike. Fortunately, I didn't have any friends on. The weekly strike, for some reason, isn't like in a searchable playlist that I could find. So anyway, I started off on this thing. Like, well, solo, it can't be that bad. How bad could it be? So I started into the stupid one with the lieutenants and the tank, the Goliath tank, and forgot to pack ammo before I went. So right around, I was stuck at the Goliath tank trying to super it to death and hop up to it and throw grenades at it to finish it off because I ran out of ammunition. And that was a really sucky thing to be doing. And of course, your ability to finish the strike diminishes as time goes on. And so, right around 11 o'clock, I finally get past the tank, and then spend an hour hopping on in frantic misery, trying not to die, fighting the Varius Trelak or whatever his name is at the end with his giant minigun, and all the ads swarming on you from every side. All of myself, a lot of hair-raising moments, clenched down, hunkered into a little bunker, butt puckered, hoping that one stray explosion won't nick me and put me back to 0 because he's all the way down to 10%. And so, finally finish the strike, and I'm like, yes! I go waltzing back to the tower, doing a little dance. Here I go. I'm going to turn this thing in. It's going to be awesome. Get my exotic weapon. Turn it in. It says, complete 25 strikes. It was a letdown. A bad letdown. Completely crushed whatever mojo I had. Just gone. Squished, flat, trampled upon. Elephants ran it over. It's done. So I start working on the 25 strikes, and a little bit on Friday, and I'm pretty busy. Played a lot on Saturday. Got some more strikes done. A huge thank you to Abram, V1. I'll put a link for his channel. One of my subscribers who has a channel of his own, which is awesome. If you want to see a actually legitimately good Destiny player play, go watch his channel. Not mine yet. So definitely check that out. He's a pretty cool guy. So he helped me with some strikes, and then, oh wow, I completely forgot about the third worst moment of the week. There's so many moments. I'll get to the third one quickly. So, no, it's better to do it sequentially. He helped me out with some strikes. So I was getting pretty close on the strike front count. I was like 23. And then he got a bunch of people together and going to do the raid in the Vault of Glass. And I was pumped. We're doing the raid, going great, and, well, sort of great. And anyway, halfway through the raid, my internet turns off. Just gone. Cuts out, gone, bye, out of the raid. And so, just fail. A real big failure. Wasn't able to finish the raid. Let the whole team down. Yeah, pretty much just a quirky internet can ruin your life. It really can. Devastated. So I sat there in dazed stupor and said, well, at least I can finish off those stupid 25 strikes. Go off, do the last 3 strikes. So tired that I am, like, at different points in the strike, I was nodding off, walking off cliffs, and my teammates probably hated me because I wasn't really that much help. And then got the 25th strike done. Rewind back to the guy tracing back to the Citadel, all happy, really excited to get his strike turned in. So, turn the strike in. It says, oh, go talk to the gunsmith. So I go to the gunsmith, and the gunsmith's like, okay, go get a dark weapon frame from Zur. I'm like, Zur's still here, great. I don't have to wait a whole week. I go down to Zur, get to Zur, and then luckily it's only 1 strange coin for the dark weapon frame. If it had been like 13 or 14, I probably would have been Harry carrying a spot because there's no way I could get it in time. So get the weapon frame as it was. Actually, it's probably even almost more devastating the way it turned out. Weapon frame, running back up to the gunsmith, slide up to his counter. Ha-ha! Here's the weapon frame. Make me my weapon. I'm ready. Let's get this. And then it comes back to me, and it says, kill Guardians in the Crucible, and has a little meter on it, and one side is 0, the other side is 10,000. At this point, I am so bleary-eyed, I can't even be sure I'm counting the zeros right. Is that 1,000 or 10,000? There's no way it's killing 10,000 Guardians in the Crucible. That's like going to take me months. Do you know how much time I have to spend playing this game? It's not enough to get that in time for me to actually enjoy it and save your life. I'll be an old man. Yes, as to quote Hobbes, I'm sure your exotic weapon will be the talk of the rest home. That's how long it would be. So, in a state of complete and total crushed dreams, I wandered up to bed. There's nothing else to do. Not even enough energy or gumption to commit suicide. It was a sad, low moment. Oh, so, the good news is, I got it this morning, and that the exotic bounty actually is not kills. You get I get like 100, almost 100 points towards the bounty per kill, so it won't be that bad. It'll be done 100 times quicker, which means probably in about a year for me then. So, alright, maybe we'll get that in time. And life is actually much better than that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you again soon. And, well, yeah, can't promise anything. Work is unpredictable, but I'll be getting it with another informative and amazing video as quickly as I can. And Abram did ask me why I didn't do any more singing videos, and that's actually a topic for another day because I don't have time anymore. Alright guys, I will talk to you all later. Of course, subscribe, like, and check out Abram's channel. Talk later. Bye.